Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera pada tuan-tuan dan puan. Terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada penceramah yang didatangkan dari bahagian syarikat, iaitu Cyber Security Malaysia, Idea, Defender, Band Cyber, Phonetics dan lima dia. Okey, terima kasih ya. Okey, tuan-tuan dan puan yang saya kasihi sekalian, alhamdulillah saya mengucapkan dan mengalu-alukan terima kasih di atas kehadiran tuan-tuan dan puan daripada jabatan-jabatan kerajaan yang ada pada hari ini, daripada pejabat tanah, BBT, daripada jabatan-jabatan persekutuan, juga seperti jabatan pendidikan. Kita mengucapkan berbanyak terima kasih di atas kehadiran kerana pada pagi ini dapat menyertai seminar Cyber Security sesi knowledge sharing yang kedua untuk tahun 2018 yang begitu signifikan dan bermakna untuk kita semua. Seminar ini adalah anjuran bersama dengan iaitu Bahagian Teknologi Maklumat dengan 5 syarikat yang kami sebutkan tadi. Tuan-tuan perempuan yang saya kasihi sekalian, teknologi maklumat dan komunikasi telah mengalami perubahan amat ketara sekali dan sentiasa berkembang untuk memperkayakan hidup dengan segala potensinya. Internet menyediakan pelbagai maklumat dan perkhidmatan dari seluruh dunia untuk semua dengan hanya mengklik butang saja. Walau bagaimanapun, setiap benda baik pasti memiliki kelemahannya dan internet juga tidak berbeza. So, maknanya ancaman daripada luar ada banyak melalui internet, ya. Pertumbuhan eksponen dalam penggunaan internet mendedahkan pengguna kepada ancaman berpotensi seperti virus dan pemodal, hackers, yang dapat mengambil maklumat pribadi seperti Google account bank, mengakses email pribadi dan melakukan jenayah cyber yang lain seperti mengeksploitasi kadang-kadang. Antara serangan cyber yang berlaku adalah distributed denial of service, DDoS attacks, man in the middle, phishing dan malware seperti ransomware, botnet dan worm. Yang ini nanti mungkin boleh diterangkan secara lebih lanjut oleh daripada syarikat yang terjadi pada hari ini. Oleh itu, salah satu cara untuk menghadapi ancaman ini ialah dengan pengawasan dan menjaga keselamatan semasa melakukan aktiviti cyber semasa melayari internet. Untuk makluman tuan-tuan dan puan, Kementerian yang bertanggungjawab dalam keselamatan cyber Malaysia ini adalah Kementerian Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi. Kita boleh mengetahui tentang keselamatan cyber di Malaysia ini dengan melayari laman web Cyber Security Malaysia lah. Lagi. So, untuk bagi info kita boleh perolehi daripada laman ini. So, tuan-tuan dan puan sekali-sekala jenguklah ke laman web Cyber Security ini. Kita akan dapat perkembangan ya semasa dan ancaman-ancaman yang terdapat pada masa ini. Mungkin boleh diexplainkan dengan lebih lanjut oleh Cik Anwar daripada Cyber Security Malaysia. Oleh itu, kita telah menjemputlah pakar-pakar dalam bidang keselamatan cyber ini bagi menekankan langkah-langkah persediaan menghadapi ancaman cabaran cyber pada masa kini. So, medium knowledge sharing ini juga kita sediakan bagi kongsi masalah-masalah yang dihadapi oleh jabatan atau agensi masing-masing. Kita harapkan tuan-tuan dan puan dapat memberikan komitmen sepenuhnya sepanjang seminar ini berlangsung agar ilmu tersebut dapat dikongsikan kepada jabatan dan agensi masing-masing. Okey? Terima kasih.
Pihak majlis mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Puan Fazilah binti Hashim di atas ucapan yang telah disampaikan sebentar tadi. Tuan-puan yang dihormati sekalian, sebelum sesi seminar ini bermula, izinkan saya membacakan sepintas lalu agenda kita pada hari ini. Okey, sebelum tu saya nak tanya, semua dah bersarapan pagi ya? Okey. Pihak majlis memohon maaf di atas kelewatan sarapan pagi sebab kita tahu ramai yang datang dari jauh. Jadi alhamdulillah semua dah selesai bersarapan. Jadi kita akan teruskan sesi kita sebentar nanti. Yang pertama daripada XID Soft Solution, kemudian kita ke sesi kedua daripada Cyber Security Malaysia, diteruskan oleh Defender Malaysia, dan sesi keempat daripada Acunetics dan yang terakhir daripada Ban Cyber. Kemudian kita akan ada penyampaian hadiah dan juga sijil di akhir nanti dan diteruskan dengan jamuan makan tengah hari. Untuk makluman tuan-puan juga, sesi soal jawab akan dibuka setelah selesai setiap sesi ceramah nanti. Jadi tuan-puan dialuk-alukkan ya untuk bertanyakan sebarang soalan kepada penceramah kita nanti. Tanpa membuang masa lagi, majlis dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan Encik Faisal bin Ammar dari XI Soft Solutions untuk menyampaikan taklimat ringkas tentang Cyber Security Introductions. Majlis dengan sukacitanya mempersilakan.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi semua. Okey, saya perkenalkan, saya Faisal Ammar bin Jaafar daripada Excited Soft Solution. Saya merupakan Technical Director untuk saya kat Excited Soft. Dan saya memperkenalkan tim kami. Okay. Boleh lambai tangan daripada tim Excited. Okey, seterusnya daripada Cyber Security, boleh lambai tangan daripada tim Cyber Security. Okey, kita ada juga daripada company Bilik Defender. Okey, minta lambai tangan tim-tim daripada Bilik Defender. Okey, dia sudah sebelah hujung sana kan. Okey, kita yang seterusnya kita daripada Aspect. Okey, boleh lambai tangan daripada grup Aspect. Okey, itu adalah tim-tim company yang mana memiliki kepakaran dalam bidang cyber security, yang mana kepakaran mereka telah diiktiraf di international. So kami bawakan tim-tim ni untuk adakan ataupun join dalam seminar ini lah. So dengan cara tersebut kita boleh buat satu sharing, boleh sharing berkenaan dengan ancaman-ancaman cyber dan cara menyelesaikannya. Okey, hari ini saya rasakan satu aura positif mana yang ada di hadapan saya ni, saya rasakan adalah orang-orang yang hebat. Mesti sebab bila kita bercerita pasal ICT security ataupun cyber security, sebenarnya cyber security adalah merangkumi semua subjek dalam komputer. So maknanya bila kita nak protect satu-satu sistem ataupun satu-satu bahagian dalam ICT, dia kena mengambil kira ataupun mengambil tahu pelbagai knowledge. Antaranya bila kita nak protect pasal sistem, dia perlu tahu pasal SQL injection. So bila nak tahu pasal SQL injection, dia perlu tahu perjalanan sistem. So itu juga dengan network. So bila dia nak protect network, so paling kurang dia kena ada satu asas berkaitan network atau network structure yang membolehkan dia protect. Okey, seterusnya bab PC. Okey, paling kurang dia kena tahu asas dalam proses macam mana PC itu berjalan, function. Dengan cara itu baru boleh kita buat satu solution untuk kita nak protect PC dan sebagainya. So itu yang saya nyatakan dekat sini. Hadirin-hadirin yang ada depan saya ni adalah orang-orang yang hebat. So beri tepukan kepada diri sendiri untuk dapat. Okey, objektif utama kita buat seminar ini adalah yang pertama, kita nak share ilmu pasal security. Ilmu pasal security ataupun cyber security ini adalah ilmu yang sentiasa berkembang. Every year sentiasa berkembang, every day sentiasa berkembang. Okey, yang keduanya kita nak tahu macam mana cara menangani. Maknanya ada dua benda yang wajib kita tahu. Yang pertama, ilmu untuk ancaman, dan yang kedua, cara menangani. Maknanya ada dua aspek lah untuk kita nak protect sistem ataupun kita punya architecture ICT kan. Okey, kalau ikut daripada segi fakta daripada segi ancaman. Okey, tahun lepas saja kita pernah dengar pasal ransomware. Ransomware merupakan satu malware yang dia effect dekat komputer, kita kena bayar something dekat orang. So daripada situ dia orang akan dapat keuntungan lah. So siapa yang kena, dia file semua tak boleh buka. So dicatatkan, anggaran dicatatkan untuk tahun 2017 adalah 2 bilion. ransomware dia ada berbagai jenis ransomware. Yang kita tahu ada beberapa jenis. Sebenarnya dekat underground punya file. Untuk bahagian teknologi mungkin diorang lebih mahir babak kita. Tapi ransomware adalah banyak jenis. Ada banyak sangat jenis. So ilmu pasal ancaman-ancaman cyber ni kena sentiasa update supaya kita kena ada effect untuk ancaman-ancaman yang seperti itu. Yang keduanya, ancaman dari segi web investment. Okay, web investment kalau ikutkan dari segi fakta 71,000 attack per day. Bukan monthly, bukan daily, tapi per day. Just imagine about reputation, country reputation, bahagian atau jawatan punya reputasi bila kena satu-satu investment. So trust pada agensi lain ataupun trust kepada public akan jadi masalah. So pentingnya cyber security ataupun ilmu berkenaan dengan ancaman-ancaman cyber. Okey, apa peringkat masa lagi? Okey, seterusnya tuan-tuan dah ada dapat survey form kan? Okey, survey form tu tuan-tuan dan tuan-tuan kena isikan di mana bila complete nanti kami akan check memang bila dah complete kita akan bagi kit. Lepas tu kita akan bagi certification dalam bentuk fizikal. Maknanya kami akan pergi ke jabatan tuan-tuan dan perempuan, kami akan hubungi dan kami akan print out certification of cyber security awareness. So maknanya kami akan keluarkan satu certification di mana certification tu kita akan beri kepada tuan-tuan dan perempuan lah. Okay, tanpa pegang masa lagi, saya serahkan kepada Cyber Security Malaysia untuk berikan ucapan.
Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi. Semalam Haji cerita Power kan, Power Rangers. Siapa yang dah tengok? Tadi dia angkat tangan, saya pun angkat tangan juga. Dah tengok orang? Okey tak, best? Gantung lah kan? Okey, saya nak share satu video dulu. Kehebatan dia saya rasa lebih kurang sama kot dengan Marvel lah. Tapi benda ni berlaku di Iran. Basically malware, virus tu dia infect Iran punya nuclear power plant dan akibatkan kerosakan. Saya minta maaf lah kalau bahasa Malaysia saya campur-campur dengan diri saya, tak apa. Tapi saya ni ada dalam Pakistan, saya janji tak cakap Pakistan lah. Okay, so English and bahasa je lah ya.
In June last year, a computer virus called Stuxnet was discovered lurking in the databanks of power plants, traffic control systems, and factories around the world. 20 times more complex than any previous virus code, it had an array of capabilities. Among them, the ability to turn up the pressure inside nuclear reactors or switch off oil pipelines, and Stuxnet could tell the system operators everything was normal. Unlike most viruses, Stuxnet doesn't carry the usual forged security clearance that helps viruses burrow into systems. It actually had a real clearance, stolen from one of the most reputable computer technology companies in the world. It exploited security gaps that system creators are unaware of. These holes are known as 0 days, and the most successful viruses exploit them. The details of a 0 day can be sold on the black market for $100,000. Stuxnet took advantage of 20 0 days. But once it got into a system, it didn't always activate. Buried deep in the Stuxnet code was a specific target. Without that target, the virus remained dormant. What was it looking to shut down? The centrifuges that spin nuclear material at Iran's enrichment facilities. Stuxnet was a weapon, the first to be made entirely out of code. The Washington-based Institute for Science and International Security says the virus may have shut down 1,000 centrifuges at Natanz, Iran's main enrichment facility, last year. In November, the International Atomic Energy Agency, the UN's nuclear watchdog, said Iran had suspended work at its nuclear facilities without explaining why. Many observers credited Stuxnet. Last month, the Iranian government conceded the virus's infection of the Bashir nuclear facility, still under construction, meant that switching the plant on could lead to a national electricity blackout. Iran has responded to the attack with an open call for hackers to join the Iranian Revolutionary Guard and has reportedly amassed the second largest online army in the world. So who was behind Stuxnet? There's no evidence beyond rumour. Some have it that Israel is responsible because the virus code apparently contains references to the Hebrew Bible. Others believe the US was involved in the testing and development. The finger has even been pointed at Siemens mobile phone company, whose software is used by the Iranian regime. The most important question may not be who designed it, but who will redesign it. The evolution has been so fast that 9 months after its detection, the first virus that could crash power grids or destroy oil pipelines is available online for anyone to download and tinker with. You can watch people on YouTube pulling Stuxnet apart. It's an open source weapon, and there's no way of knowing who will use it or what they will use it for.
So, sorry. That basically happened somewhere in 2010, 2011, and it is ongoing. Benda tu tak habis kat situ saja. So if you go to YouTube, you boleh belajar macam mana you nak buat coding Stuxnet to do damage lah. And this is serious sebab the virus yang Stuxnet it infects what we define as macam kat Malaysia ni Critical National Information Infrastructure, CNII. Macam yang Puan cakap tadi tu, cyber security kat Malaysia sekarang ni, there is a national agency. Ada agency bukan cyber security lagi. It's National Cyber Security Agency, NACSA. And NACSA is bawah Kementerian Keselamatan, is under Majlis Keselamatan Negara, PM's department lah. But cyber security Malaysia, we report to them. So when it comes to cyber security sekarang ni, there is this new agency called NACSA. InsyaAllah nanti I will go through it. But of course, we work very closely with them. We are the technical support center. And I think sekarang ni is also ongoing lah. Yang 40 juta rekod kena copy. Anybody here dapat phone call, tekan rekod credit card ke bank, so on and so forth. A few of my friends, ada seorang kawan ni, he is the CEO of a cybersecurity company. Orang daripada Pulau Pinang dapat phone call daripada Balai Polis Shah Alam. Mengatakan kereta dia kena langgar, kereta dia sewa kena langgar, dan kalau nak selesaikan kes ni kena datang Balai Polis Shah Alam. So, imagine lah, he is a cybersecurity expert, ada master's degree, ada IT and all that thing, boleh panik, boleh kalut. So, nasib baik dia telefon saya, Anwar, what should I do? I said, come on, don't worry. You give me the number, let me call them. So I telephone lah, yang nombor tu memang is Balai Polis Shah Alam. Tapi pegawai tu jawab, Cik Anwar hari ni dah dapat 7 ke 8 phone call macam tu. Okay. So basically what happened, kes-kes macam ni, bila rekod peribadi kita bocor, orang akan gunakan our personal information untuk buat benda-benda macam ni lah. Dia akan scam kita lah. Dia akan telefon kita, dia akan bagi tahu masalah macam-macam. Okay? So you must be very careful with your personal information. Jangan sampai tik semua bagi. Dan you masuk Facebook, you pergi cerita, hari ni saya nak ke sini, saya nak ke sana. makan aja, ambil gambar, letak dalam WhatsApp kan. Whatever that goes into WhatsApp will go to Facebook as well. Okay. Last week, I was fortunate lah, alhamdulillah, saya dapat rezeki pergi San Francisco attend the biggest cybersecurity conference, RSA conference, and I was involved in the international forum. The big item that orang Amerika sekarang tengah susah hati is cyber war. Okay. Kita nampak tadi Stuxnet kan. Stuxnet ni most probably, saya tak kata Amerika lah yang buat, tapi most probably it was developed by the Americans and Israelis untuk attack Iran. Takkan Malaysia nak buat kan, nak masuk akal lah kan. Kita pun tak ada kebakaran macam itu. So sekarang ni, yang mama-mama Iran and Rusia dah pandai. So now dia pula attack balik Amerika. Okay. So on the surface, we don't see missiles ke bullets flying back and forth. But on the internet, it's very aggressive. Dan kita pun tahu macam mana orang macam Donald Trump boleh menang pilihan raya. Kalau tak daripada pertolongan Rusia. And the Russians are very smart. They manipulate Facebook, they manipulate emosi, perception Americans untuk marah dengan Hillary Clinton, undikan Donald Trump. Okay, so these are big issues. These are national issues. How Facebook, how internet, how cybersecurity are all interrelated. Okay. So kita nampaklah kan, data-data kita semua kena curi. By the way, your personal data, kalau yang data fresh kan, your IC, your phone number, your address, kalau jual dekat darknet, okay, yang kita tahu internet yang kita tahu sekarang ni, yang kita boleh Google search, is actually very small. Okay, so this is yang Google punya, kita panggil surface web. Tapi yang bawah tu, darknet, dia macam iceberg, okay, is maybe 10 times more. So all your personal data, bila kita jual kat darknet ni, per record is between 10 to 50 US dollars. So bayangkanlah kalau mama-mama yang dapat rekod 46 juta, dia jual dia kat darknet tu 400 million US dollars. So this is why your personal information is very valuable to them. Okay, bukan dia yang akan call you, dia akan jual benda ni kat orang-orang lain kan. So they will then use this data to call you back, to scam you back. Okay. Siapa perasan masa SEA Games last year, bendera Indonesia terbalik. Okay. So marahlah kan abang-abang Indo kita kan. So on the internet bergaduh lah. Tapi nasib baik lah yang kita punya pengaduhan ni, ini gaduh lah di sini orang lah kan. Okay. Yang kita bergaduh dengan Indo ni, dia cuma terbalikkan bendera kita, and then web defacement, they attack the websites lah. Okay. So this is not critical. As long as they don't attack tenaga nasional, they don't attack our government infrastructure, I think we can live with that. And tadi pun dah cerita lah pasal ransomware. Of course ransomware is a big issue. The main problem dengan ransomware ni, files you kena encrypt. So bila files you dah kena encrypt, macam mana you nak buka balik? Takkan you nak bayar dengan Bitcoin kan? Okay, kalau ada masalah, some of the keys untuk decrypt, insyaAllah kita ada dekat MyCert, but we don't have all the answers. Kalau yang macam WannaCry tu, yang tu insyaAllah kita boleh decrypt. Okay? Tapi kalau yang NotPetya, yang lain tu, yang tu tak ada. So, the only way for you nak selamatkan diri you is, macam mana cara nak selamatkan diri daripada ransomware? Ada, tak ada, boleh tanya quiz, ada hadiah. Do we have any presents? Okay. Macam mana nak selamatkan diri daripada ransomware? Backup. Okay, that's all. You must have backup. Sebab, kalau hard disk you kena encrypt, tapi make sure lah you jangan backup, disambung semua balik. Sebab wire worm ni, dia pandai. Dia boleh merata, dia boleh pergi, dia boleh encrypt kan. Okay. So, the solution, sometimes the solution tak susah. It's quite simple. Tapi you kena rajin lah. How many of us, tiap-tiap hari ataupun every week, kita backup. And then kita test balik. Unfortunately, not many of us do that. Okay. So, remedy, ubat untuk ransomware sebenarnya tak susah. Okay. It's just, kita kena rajin lah. And I think you know what happened to Malaysian Airlines, MH370. Malaysian Airlines pun kena attack. And then I think last 2 years, Malaysian Airports pun yang kena attack semua kan. So, this kind of attacks memang normal. Okay. Kalau you tak, there is no way of saying that your website or you yourself are not going to be attacked. No, tak ada. Okay? Kita punya IT system ni is like our human body. Okay? Dalam human body kita ni ada macam-macam kuman, macam-macam virus. It's only your antibody is fighting to keep it healthy. So likewise, okay, your IT system, minta maaf lah, vendor-vendor mungkin tak setuju lah kan, marah dia lah. Tapi you kena beli ubat dia belajar lah kan. Okay? Basically, is whether you are aware or not how bad the system is. Okay? For example, some of this yang dipanggil advanced persistent threat, malware tu duduk aja dalam sistem tu. Dia panggil dormant. Dia dormant, I think macam Stuxnet tadi kan, dia duduk dalam sistem until there is a trigger. Okay? So, we saw what happened with Malaysian Airlines, and the sad case was yang MH370 tu, nak cerita sikit lah, nak kongsi cerita sikit. Komputer yang Captain Zahri, arwah Captain Zahri, tak tahulah dia meninggal hidup lagi, was being analysed. Sebab mamak-mamak daripada Amerika, dia kata Captain Zahri yang crashkan kapal terbang. So, fortunately, the computer was brought to Cybersecurity Malaysia untuk buat analysis. So, kita bagi cadangan, hard disk tu, kita imagekan 3 kopi. So, satu hard disk kita bagi kat FBI US untuk dia buat analisis dia. Satu kita bagi kat kerajaan negeri China, so dia analyse, and satu kita analyse. Nak tahulah betul ke tak ada elemen-elemen dia nak crash kan. So, we compare the results, memang tak ada. Okay. So, this is why kepakaran cybersecurity is important. We need you to continuously improve your cybersecurity knowledge. Okay? Belajar and continue belajar lagi. So that kita boleh jaga kedaulatan negara kita. So that orang tak boleh senang-senang nak salahkan, oh you know, ini salah Malaysia, ini salah kita yang buat. Okay? And bidang forensics is huge. Bidang cybersecurity ni ada macam-macam. Network security, endpoint, forensics, audit, management, macam saya ni kita tak buat tarbiyah kan. So this is what happened in Vietnam. Airport dia kena attack. Okay? And bergaduh lah. Bergaduh between China and Vietnam. Sebab China kata South China Sea tu dia punya. Vietnam kata dia punya. Indonesia sampai siap tukar nama. Dia tak panggil South China Sea. Dia panggil North Natuna Sea. Okay? So I think this is ongoing. You see a lot of this happening. Last year pun kita dah tahu dah, kita punya processor, the Intel processor itself, bukan aja application. Sekarang ni hardware pun ada vulnerabilities, okay? Meltdown and spectre. So basically, nothing is safe, okay? Software you ada kelemahan, hardware you ada kelemahan, network you ada kelemahan. So what do you need to do? So this is pengurusan risiko. This is risk management, okay? Risk management is you look at it in a scientific way. You have to manage this risk. There is no such thing as saying, I tak nak pakai komputer, I want to unplug. Tak boleh. Yeah. But you have to manage your risk. For example, password protection, endpoint protection, network security, backups, business continuity management. So the main thing is what we are looking for are resilience. Okay? So that kalau kita kena attack, kita boleh recover balik. Kita ada resilience. Benda ni tak ada pakai momok ya. There's no such thing as pakai buah nyok ke bawah ni, tak ada. Tapi jangan kata, oh okay, bukan ada kat Malaysia. Kat Rusia pun dia pakai momok juga. Okay. Saya pakai penyapu lagi. Okay. So, tak tahulah you nak pakai dia bodoh ke apa kan. Yang sekarang ni pula lagi satu masalah kita, hari-hari berita palsu. Fake news. So, ini tak pilihan raya, seminggu je lagi kan. About 10 hari lagi lah. Macam-macam lah, macam-macam cerita kan. Yang tim A, tim B. So, berhati-hatilah. I think, kalau ada nasihat yang saya nak bagi, bila orang hantar ke apa ke, please do not forward. Okay? Don't forward. Whether you suka ke, you tak suka ke, up to you lah. Kalau you marah sangat dengan dia pun, you jangan nak bergaduh dalam WhatsApp. You telefon dia je lah, mampu ayun lain kali je. So, but, you know, it's benda ni semua benda public kan. I mean, you use it to share certain things, okay? Saya ada group yang memang geng-geng semua budak-budak Melayu Pakistan. anti ni, anti tu. Tapi bila lewat malam semua dah baik dah, hantar gambar-gambar lain tak. Dia hantar gambar Power Rangers, video, macam-macam. Okay. So, the whole idea is, this is a communication medium. Okay? Internet is a communication medium. But we can do a lot more with it. Okay? So, tolonglah jangan sebarkan benda-benda ni. And also, yang saya geri lah, was about a few years ago, manager M-Bank yang kat Subang Jaya yang kena tembak kan. Pasal apa tak you ambil gambar orang yang kena tembak, gambar orang accident, dia nak viral kan. Dia tak prihatin. Dia tak tahu ke yang dia pun ada balik. Dia pun ada saudara mara. Why do you have to do this? And also, this is against the law. Communication Multimedia Act, section, saya tak ingat, mungkin 233. You are not supposed to do such and such things. Dan sekarang ni lagi lah, dengan yang akta berita palsu. Okay, so jangan pandai-pandai lah. Sebab Malaysia ni, kalau kita tengok dari segi percentage, memang kita suka. Memang kita suka Facebook, WhatsApp. Orang tua-tua macam saya ni suka Facebook, suka LinkedIn. Tapi budak-budak dia tak. Okay? The younger generation, they are more Instagram and Snapchat. Dan kita tua-tua ni dah tak boleh nak belajar lagi dah. So, we are using Facebook. Betul tak? Siapa kat sini ada Snapchat? Snapchat lah. Si orang ni jangka mah. Yang tua-tua ni memang tak ada Snapchat kan? Tak ada, right? Betul lah. Dia tanya anak-anak kita, sebab apa dia suka Snapchat? Because dia ada banyak function untuk delete, untuk buangkan. Dia tak, benda tu tak stay on forever. Now, ini serius sikit. Base, sebab Cyber Security Malaysia, kita dah dekat 20 tahun lah. Dulu, we are also the Malaysian CERT, Computer Emergency and Response Team. So, we have findings. And we know situation kat Malaysia ni memang serius lah. Kalau kita nak kata dari segi malware memang berjuta-juta. Okay? And kalau dari segi threat exposure rate, we are also quite high, among the 6 highest in the world. Now, this is the statistics. Okay? Statistics ni yang reported to MyCERT, to CSM every year. And penurunan tu bukan sebab orang dah tak nak report dah, ke kes makin berkurang. It's just that I think kes dah bertambah, but people have other sources. Okay? And our estimate yang report kepada kita ni is very few, maybe only less than 5%. Majority of the cyber security cases are not reported. And daripada kes-kes yang reported to us, lebih daripada separuh penipuan, harassment and fraud. Okay. So that is why when you are on the internet, you kena berhati-hati. Jangan cepat percaya, ada dapat email, you menang loteri, ada orang nak bagi sedekah kat you, tak ada. No such thing, tak ada. Okay. And I think we know the situation of cybersecurity lah, benda ni memang serius. Why is it sekarang ni, the reason is this tau, sebab nak jadi programmer, nak jadi coder sekarang senang. Kita boleh belajar, there are so many tools. Okay? You can go to YouTube, you can download a lot of these tools. So kalau you nak buat yang warna merah kan, warna merah tu it's much more easier for you now. The level of sophisticated, you tak payah belajar 4-5 tahun nak jadi hacker. Senang, sekarang ni nak jadi hacker memang senang. Just go to YouTube, you belajar, kalau you rajin, anybody can become a hacker. I don't know kalau ada sesiapa yang dapat video budak umur 12 tahun yang jadi hacker, cyber ninja ke apa nama dia, Rohit something. So this shows you don't have to go to university, belajar ke apa ke nak jadi programmer. If you want to be a hacker, you go to YouTube, there are so many lessons kat sana. But at the same time, unfortunately, dia punya damage makin besar. Okay? Nak jadi hacker ni senang, tapi bila damage dia makin besar damage. Okay? So kita sebagai pengguna, sebagai penjawat awam-awam, pegawai kerajaan, is our responsibility. Make sure data you encrypt, make sure data you ada proper backup. Okay? Because I know a lot of the times kita ambil dalam undang juga kan, pakai Gmail, so on and so forth. So you have to berhati-hati. Maklumat yang you ada ni, maklumat apa, rahsia besar, rahsia and all that thing. You have to be careful. Because data leakage is very rampant. Okay? Kebocoran maklumat, kalau dulu dengan mampu kita panggil ke tirisan maklumat, tapi tiris tu sikit sangat lah. Sekarang dah tak ada tiris dah, sekarang ni bocor je. This big business, okay? Cyber attack is big business. It's more than 400-500 billion US dollars. Sekarang ni business cyber security lebih lumayan daripada dadah. And then masalahnya pula nak tangkap hacker ni lagi susah. Because a lot of the hackers, they are in Romania, in Russia, all over the world, and it's not easy to get them because cross border punya element. Kat Malaysia aja, anggaran kita setahun lebih daripada 2 bilion. Okay? Ini anggaran, might be more. Losses in terms of cyber security. Okay? Online scam, macam-macam lah. Siapa yang kat sini tak pernah dapat phone call pasal online scam? Okay? Saya di cyber security, kita ada program untuk awareness. Last year kita buat awareness program dekat Sabah. Dan bila dah habis dah tu, ada akak ni datang lah. Januari saya nak kongsi sikit. Saya tahu sudah 60,000 hilang because of online scam. Masalahnya kawan-kawan ni semua bila duduk seorang-seorang sunyi kan. So konon-konon dapatlah kawan daripada Facebook. Dia bagi gambar handsome, mata biru. Padahal mungkin gagak saja. So these are, jangan ketawa, okay, banyak tau. Bukan satu, bukan dua. There are thousands of such cases. Lepas tu konon-konon boyfriend dia hantar bungkusan, hantar parcel, okay? And then bila you nak ambil parcel ni, nak kena bayar RM1,000. Lepas tu kena tambah lagi RM5,000. Lepas tu kena tambah lagi. Adik-adik tahu dah RM50,000 habis. Tapi bungkusan parcel tu tak juga dapat. Okay? So be careful. We are here. It's our duty, okay? Nak nasihatkan orang. There is no such thing as a handsome Mak Saleh nak berkenalan dengan you. Sorry ya, tak ada. Kalau ada yang nak berkenalan, kat sini dah ramai lagi ada. Maybe we are not that tall lah kan, tak ada rambut ke. But reality, okay, benda ni memang serius. So this is why kerajaan tumbuhkan cyber security Malaysia. This was 10 years ago, and last year kerajaan tumbuhkan National Cyber Security Agency (NACSA). Okay? Yang NACSA ni bawah MKN, yang cyber security ni bawah HOSTI. But insyaAllah we are working closely together, dan kemungkinan besar lepas pilihan raya kita mungkin digabungkan sebagai satu lah. Bergantung. Sebab sebenarnya memang dah kena bergabung, tapi Menteri HOSTI ni sayang sangat, dia tak nak lepaskan. So kalau Menteri berubah, nampaknya kita akan bergabunglah dengan NACSA. Okay? So ini yang saya cakap tadi lah. Impact kepada Critical National Information Infrastructure (CNII). And this is the objective lah, objective of our National Cyber Security Policy. I think slide ni semua kita boleh berkongsi lah, dan boleh baca lebih. Masalah kita sekarang ni, keselamatan cyber bukan saja kepada pihak kerajaan, tapi juga kepada tenaga nasional, pada Petronas, Malaysian Airline, Malaysian Airport, macam-macam lagi lah. So this is what kita define as CNII lah. Okay. So what is our National Cyber Security Policy, dan 10 sektor CNII. Dan juga on top of our cyber security policy, kita ada dasar kriptografi negara. So kalau maklumat-maklumat yang rahsia dan rahsia besar, sepatutnya before you hantar, you kena encrypt dulu. So ini dia punya objektif kita. And in terms of kalau dari segi syarikat, Suruhanjaya Syarikat Security Commission pun keluarkan dia punya guideline juga on cyber risk management. Tapi this one ni lebih kepada syarikat lah. Nanti kalau untuk pejabat awam, kita dah ada macam-macam guideline kan yang mampu keluarkan. So you have to make sure you ikut lah. Dan juga undang-undang. We have all this Digital Signature Act, Communication Multimedia Act, Copyright. Sekarang ni yang hantar berita palsu. So bear in mind, kebocoran maklumat, data breach will happen. Definitely will happen. Okay? Do not deny yourself, it is not going to happen. So what you need to do is you need to prepare yourself. Okay? And then untuk pegawai-pegawai kat sini, you need to do crisis management. So boleh-bolehnya buat cyber drill exercises. Test on backup, test on your data recovery. Yeah. So the issue is not if lah, but when. Because kena faham ya, teknologi aja tak cukup. Alright? And then orang yang attack kita ni, they are very sophisticated. They have all the tools. Dia lebih mahir daripada kita. Okay? And then dia lebih cepat. Kalau macam kita ni, kalau saya kat Cyber Security Malaysia nak beli satu notebook yang harga below RM10,000, 3 bulan proses perolehan kita kan. Kalau you nak beli server yang harga RM50,000, berapa lama proses perolehan? So we will always be behind these people. Okay? The hackers are smart, they are very fast. There is no way we can catch up to them. So we have to be careful. Now, what are the things yang kita kena adopt lah? Okay? Biasalah, IT security ni bukan masalah teknikal aja sekarang, it's a management issue. Okay? And then we have to be proactive. Make sure kita punya policy ada. Do we have a BYOD policy? Do you allow pegawai bawa handphone, bawa komputer? Tak ada kan? Tapi handphone boleh bawa. Sepatutnya bila kita ada mesyuarat, handphone pun tak boleh bawa. Tapi unfortunately, Cyber Security Malaysia pun macam tu juga. Dah banyak kali dah bagi tahu bos kan, I think kalau certain mesyuarat ni tak boleh bawa handphone, dia kata jelas muat, tapi susah. Sebab dia pun kadang-kadang menteri telefon, KSU telefon kan, so pasal pun tak jawab. So masalah lah. Tapi kalau kita tengok kebanyakan negara lain, for example Singapore, bila dalam mesyuarat no handphone semua letak kat bawah. Because issue of kebocoran maklumat. Okay. Kadang-kadang mesyuarat belum habis, tapi maklumat dah keluar. Orang dah tahu. Okay. So these are the things that we need to have. You must have your information security policy, cyber security policy, BYOD and all that. Okay. Kalau if you need to know more, alhamdulillah 2 tahun sudah, and also last year kita Cyber Security Malaysia dengan mampu kita buat rangka kerja keselamatan cyber sektor awam. Kita panggil RAKKSA. So if you need more information about Raksa, bukan raksasa ya, Raksa aja. Rangka kerja keselamatan cyber sektor awam is a good framework. Macam mana kita nak kesan, macam mana kita nak protect, detect, recover, and also kita masukkan sekali element of enforcement and monitoring. So this is a good framework for you to look at. I think you understand this. Kalau boleh janganlah pakai Starbucks punya Wi-Fi and all that. And end of the day, when it comes to cyber security, it's about people, process and technology. And alhamdulillah lah, today is we are addressing the people part. And rakan-rakan jaga kita ni will talk about the technology side. Okay? Saya daripada kerajaan, I will talk more on the policy. We need to have policy. Okay? So these 3 elements are people, process and technology. And unfortunately, selalunya yang lemahnya kat people partner. Alright? So that's basically my presentation slide. Masa ada soalan. Pernah dengar tak tembok besar negeri China? Tahu kan? Everybody knows kan? Tembok besar negeri China. That was what? 5,000 years ago? Maybe more lah kan? And do you know dekat Perancis pun ada juga Maginot Line. Okay? Maginot Line ni is tembok besar negeri Perancis. After World War I, okay, you have to look at technology. Masa Perang Dunia Pertama was kuda and askar yang ni kan. So yang Perancis ni, dia tahu Jerman sebenarnya walaupun kalah Perang Dunia Pertama, tapi still dia ada lagi kekuatan dia sebab perjanjian Versailles and all that stuff. So dia kata kita kena berhati-hati, kita kena buat tembok. So dia buat dia tembok Maginot Line, okay, at a very high cost, about more than 100 immediately after that war. Now tembok ni dapat tak membantu masa Perang Dunia Kedua? Of course no. Why? Sebab teknologi berubah. Okay? tu dah ada macam-macam lagi transportation. So my point is this, when you go back, when you are developing your IT policy, do not have the same mindset. Okay? Itu bukan nampak tembok lagi. You cannot build a wall. We need to be open. Okay? Bila saya cerita macam ni, orang daripada Singapura marah. Sebab kat Singapura, pegawai kerajaan dia kadang-kadang ada 3 network. Satu yang public, satu yang department, satu yang memang untuk yang rahsia. But I tell them, I disagree with that. I think IT resources mahal. Okay? Kita nak beli barang pun susah. Takkan kita dapat 3 network. Sukalah orang IT yang jual kan, dapat 3 kali sales. So what we need to do is we need to optimize. We need to look at our resources. We have to be careful. So we need to change our mindset. Okay? Because setakat compliance saja, not necessarily you going to achieve security. Okay? But definitely, if you want security, you must have compliance. Faham? Nampak tak beza dia? Okay? Setakat kalau you ikut aja ISMS and process, doesn't mean you're going to achieve security. But to get security, you must have policy and processes. Okay? Tak payah panjang lebar. Ini pilihan raja. I'm not here to talk about him. I'm talking about the new technology that we are working on now. Okay? The new technology is the 4th industrial revolution, 4IR. Okay? This is new. This is going to change everything. Okay? InsyaAllah, kalau kita hidup lagi lah, dalam maybe 5 tahun, 10 tahun lagi, kereta-kereta kita, Proton, Pro 2, Volvo, Mercedes, all autonomous cars that will drive by itself. Okay? We're going to have artificial intelligence. Handphone, AI dah ada dah. Okay? So there will be a lot of new technologies coming up, and this is going to change many things. Now, my point is this: we cannot unplug. Okay? Digital disruption is happening. Kalau kita perasan, kita tengok sekarang ni merata kita dah tak ada taksi dah. What happened? Kan dulu selalu komplain, taksi kita kotor, busuk, service is very bad. Overnight, Grab and Uber disrupt. Okay? So what is the next sector that will be disrupted by technology? So what you guys are doing is fantastic. Keep on, okay? Keep on learning, keep on improving, because you are at the forefront of technology. Memang best, alright? So jangan kata benda ni susah. No, it is, and you have to be passionate lah. Okay, you must be passionate about security. Sebab satu, teknologi, number 2, you are doing a very important work. Okay? InsyaAllah, that is my message for today. Okay? Kalau ada soalan ke apa kan, I might have to, saya minta maaf lah, saya kena pergi awal sebab ada mesyuarat dengan bank negara ini. Tapi 1 minit commercial. My event, Cyber Security Malaysia, every year kita buat kita conference, and then we do a lot of training programs kat dalam tu. So it will be nice, insyaAllah, if I can meet you during my event and also on the training program. And also, kalau ada sesiapa di sini yang you nak calonkan diri you sebagai Cyber Security Professional of the Year, you go to the website, you can nominate yourself. Okay? But part of kita punya highlight is kita punya gala dinner. So dalam gala dinner tu ada Professional of the Year, Company of the Year, Organization of the Year. Dan alhamdulillah, you can do self-nomination. Okay? Ada soalan ke? Boleh saya jawab sekarang? Jangan takutlah, kita ni, we are not big, we are small community. Cyber security have to work together because the bad guys are working together. So we as the good people have to be together. So kalau ada soalan apa-apa, nak tanya, nak komen apa-apa. Yes.
Assalamualaikum. Saya daripada Majlis Menanam. Cuma saya nak tahu apa kaedah-kaedah yang cyber security lakukan dan buat untuk bagi pendedahan kepada orang awam tentang jenayah cyber, scam semuanya. Sebab kita tengok rata-rata orang awam dia tak aware, tak alert dan tak tahu langsung pasal jenayah cyber dan melibatkan kerugian yang besar. So perlu tak cyber security buat promosi pasal ni dalam TV ke, dalam setiap media cetak dan sebagainya? Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Alhamdulillah, very good point. Yes, kita sekarang ni tengah bekerja sama sekali dah dengan MKN, AXA dan juga MCMC. Kita panggil Pelan Induk Keselamatan Cyber, PIKS. So under PIKS ni, it will be a comprehensive program dengan MCMC, dengan PDRM, dengan yang lain semua untuk kesedaran cyber. Sebab yes, cybercrime ni memang serius lah. Macam yang tadi saya tunjuk pun statistik yang kita dapat tiap-tiap bulan dalam 800-900 kes, lebih daripada separuh memang fraud, penipuan. Memang cybercrime cases lah. So, yang ini insyaAllah dah ada dah Pelan Induk Keselamatan Cyber, and hopefully kita boleh jalankan secepat mungkin. Thank you.
Okay, saya nak tambah lagi. Lagi satu macam kita di pihak jasa daripada Bahagian Teknologi, perlu tak kita sekat end user ni untuk bawa dia punya bilik storage? Sebab kita tak tahu kan dalam bilik storage itu macam-macam benda ada. Sebab kita di Malaysia pernah kena juga ransomware sebelum ni. So mungkin benda tu boleh pada bilik storage kita boleh bawa. Ada juga yang bawa broadband sendiri dan macam-macam je. Perlu tak kita sekat penggunaan tu?
Itu yang saya tanya tadi dekat agensi you tu, you ada tak BYOD policy? So sekarang ni dia dua benda. Satu, you kena ada IT security policy. So dalam IT security policy you, apa yang dibenarkan, apa yang you tak benarkan. And also very important, dari segi klasifikasi data, you kena classify data, rahsia besar, so on and so forth. And then the next thing is, you allow or not. You benarkan ke tidak bawa handphone sendiri, bawa hard disk sendiri. Sebab seboleh-bolehnya benda ni kena kontrol lah. And I'm not sure whether at state level polisi dibenarkan atau tidak. Tak ada polisi. Okay, sekarang masak. Sorry. Ya. Sebab Dewan juga tidak mampu punya dasar keselamatan kan. Ya. State punya. Ya. So, my suggestion is, untuk nak menyenangkan kerja, you block dulu. Okay? You block everything, handphone, hard disk, semua sekali, and then you craft a BYOD policy. When you have a good BYOD policy, then terulang macam mana you dapat. Sebab kalau you nak benarkan BYOD, you must have mobile device management, MDM. If you don't have MDM, macam mana you nak manage? Mobile device management, MDM. Because if you have MDM, then you boleh control lah yang handphone and everything. So kalau ada sesiapa pegawai yang hilang handphone, you boleh remove. You boleh remove wipe, you boleh remove delete handphone yang. Tapi benda ni kena hati-hati lah. Sebab banyak juga kes yang handphone tu dia terlupa letak kat mana kan. Bila dah remove wipe, baru tu marah. Okay, so sebelum saya habis, I ada short video dalam 3 minit. Tapi video ni kelakar sikit. Cuma bahasa dia pekat tak. So kena, okay, you have to listen carefully.
Hello? Yes, this is Chaz. Yes, Chaz. Correct. Who am I speaking with, please? Mr. Jimmy Fransworth? Oh, how are you, sir? How may I help you? Huh? $160 million. You don't make this thing. 100. I'm the sole beneficiary for $160 million. My goodness, my God. Sir, I'm about to turn the whole of America red. I will paint it red, ox red. So you don't understand, this place is hard. The country is hard. This is good news. My goodness, my God. $160 million. So what is needed? How can we retrieve this money immediately? What do you need, sir? Huh? You need a token of 5,000. So you only need $5,000 to clear $160 million. That's not the problem. No problem. That money is not the problem. And you say this money is for me, it's in my first name and last name. Wonderful. Okay, now this is what I need you to do, eh? You say $5,000, right? To process the papers. Okay, very good. Alright, from that $160 million, I want you to take $1 million, give the people that need to do the processing, tell them to keep the change. Then I want you to take another $500,000, give it to your mother. Listen, sir, follow directions. I'm the one that has money right now. Then I want you to take only $50, 50, give it to your father. No, listen, follow directions. Please follow directions. Then I want you to go to my village. I want you to give every individual in that village $10,000 each. Yes. Then I want you to go to the hospital. There's one in Port Harcourt. Yes, there's one in Port Harcourt. Go there. Look for the best surgeon. Give him $1 million. Yeah, tell him it's for surgery. Brain surgery. No, the surgery is not for me. It's for you. Yeah, so open.
Kalau ada orang telefon, kalau you berani layan tak? Kalau berani layan, kalau you nak cakap, it's up to you, okay? But my advice is, jangan apa kata orang, jangan kurang ajar, jangan rude. Just ask them, where are you calling from? I'm in a meeting, I'm not comfortable now. Can you give me your number? I will call you back. Okay? Ataupun just put down the phone. Alright? Terima kasih. That's all. Assalamualaikum.
Pihak majlis mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Encik Muhammad Anwar bin Muhammad Yusof dari Cyber Security Malaysia di atas ceramah yang telah disampaikan sebentar tadi. Terhibur ya saya tengok video last tu, mula-mula rasa macam dah ada idea lepas ni nak cakap apa kalau scammer call. Tapi Encik Anwar kata jangan rude, so tak jadi nak cakap. Okey, tuan-puan sekalian, majlis akan diteruskan lagi dengan sesi seterusnya bertajuk kaedah serta langkah-langkah bagi meningkatkan keselamatan cyber ke tahap yang lebih terjamin dan terkini di tahun 2018. Dengan itu, majlis menjemput Encik Azriq bin Adam dari Bit Defender untuk menyampaikan ceramah beliau. Majlis dengan sukacitanya dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Terima kasih Tuan Musi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang berusaha bertindak pada Jonan dan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Untuk topik hari ini, pagi ini kita akan bercerita tentang ancaman cyber security. Sangat terkejut saya rasa diri saya berdiri di depan. Saya rasa kebarang kalian semua adalah IT personal atau setiap posisi di bawah naungan yang sikit. Kenapa? So sangat kecil, kami hanyalah vendor yang membawa antivirus. 2 hari lepas nak sedar saya Liverpool menang kan? Bola. Yang lelaki ada minat ke? Tapi kita nak sedar pasal bola sebab saya menyokong tegak. So dari sini saya nak bagi tahu antivirus ni sebenarnya memang selalu orang terlepas pandangan. Kenapa? Sebab dia dekat endpoint, dekat disk, ataupun mungkin dekat server. Sama juga dengan key bola sepak. Yang last sekali siapa? Penjaga gol lah. Penjaga gol lepas, gol lah. So begitu juga pertahanan kita. So hari ini tadi Encik Anwar telah daripada cyber security telah bercerita tentang ancaman-ancaman. Di sini saya straightforward je. Okey? Kita cerita pasal statistik. Allah Akbar. Bagi cerita pasal statistik kan, kenapa lah cerita pasal statistik kan? So kita tengok kat sini pengguna internet di Malaysia statistik pada tahun 2016 lebih kurang 21 juta. So macam mana kita sebenarnya nak mempertahankan diri kita daripada cyber attack. So globally kita akan bincangkan secara general. Saya akan fokus. Kalau saya fokus maknanya saya soft sell produk saya kat sini. Okay? Okay. Source daripada custom. Mungkin custom ni lebih dikenali dulu dengan statistik atau perangkat Malaysia. Rebranding to Department of Statistics Malaysia custom. So source ni dia tengok participating in social network increase daripada 2015 ke 2017 tak banyak sangat. Okay. Dia tengok yang nombor 2, downloading images, movies, videos or music. Okey, dekat sini increment ada 76 ke 81. Overall saya bercakap mungkin bayi-bayi saya ni kita dah tak download. Kalau movies ni kita streaming. So yang kaki-kaki Bistan 10 tahun dulu pun dah tak tengok Bistan dah. Sekarang tengok cerita Korea. So generasi baru ni okay, diorang masih mengamalkan downloading image, videos, music, dan downloading games. Okay. Nombor 3, kita finding information about good of services. Majority dalam dewan ni saya rasa kita membesar dengan gaya membaca. Part of gaya membaca kat sini kita tengok juga finding information through internet. So daripada 2015 ke 2017 penggunaan internet itu sendiri untuk mencari informasi yang perlu bagi saya personal opinion saya tak penting, tapi agak macam increment tu tak naik. So ini lebih kepada budaya kita sendirilah. Okay? Saya tak nak bercerita lanjut tentang finding information. Kita tahu diri kita gunakan internet tu macam mana. Tepuk dari pada saya guys. Okay, downloading software or application. Wah, ini paling banyak meningkat. 2015 statistik menunjukkan 61%, 2017 74%. So dekat sini sebenarnya lebih kurang congaknya dalam 13.5% kat sana guys tu. Kita lebih berminat untuk download software or application. Budaya Malaysia ni kot saya rasa kan. Kalau Big Defender, kalau bahagian puan-puan ada menggunakan Big Defender, kebanyakan agensi kerajaan saya sekarang berfungsi banyak sangat PUA, potential unwanted application. Part of that paling famous sekarang ni trend macam Encik Anwar cerita tadi, memandu taksi dengan Grab. Itu bukan trend, teknologi. Sama ada kita nak mengikut teknologi atau tidak. Okay? So next step, Bitcoin itu sangat banyak sebenarnya dalam agensi-agensi kerajaan yang menggunakan Bitcoin ada. Secara perkongsian juga bergantung macam mana kita gunakan Bitcoin itu. Siapa tak nak kaya cepat kan? In average, hari ini satu Bitcoin lebih kurang 35,000 ringgit Malaysia. So bulan 10 tahun lepas satu Bitcoin lebih kurang 70,000 ringgit Malaysia. So kat sini itu tak ada cerita Bitcoin. Kita jangan menyalahgunakan penggunaan Bitcoin. So on basic Bitcoin ni sebenarnya kita ada wallet. Wallet tu dalam handphone kita. On top of that tu sikit cepat kaya, macam mana kita nak cepat kaya guys tu. Itulah istilah mining yang diorang gunakan. So mining ni sebenarnya masuk juga melalui QA. Kita tak nak salahkan staff-staff kita, personal-personal kita yang bukan daripada latar belakang IT guys ni. So diorang kadang-kadang macam mana kita securekan bagi kita punya network dalam agensi. So kalau kita allow diorang untuk download, kadang-kadang ni diorang ni tak sedar apa yang diorang download. download. Orang hanya download apa yang diorang nak, diorang download. Part of that potential unwanted application ni, dia adalah bundle software digital. So kadang-kadang kita tengok ada yang dibundle dengan free trial dengan application tersebut. Okay, itu salah satu contoh ya. Okay, sending or receiving email, ini adalah keperluan harian kita sebagai pekerja saya rasa. So ada increment daripada 2015 sepanjang 68.4, 2017 70.4%. Allah Akbar, chat lagi. Bagi cerita pasal chat dia, cybercrime experience as a percentage of internet user. Okay, dekat sini kita tengok in general, malicious code, spam, fraud, hacking, and intrusion. Saya rasa slide saya akan lebih banyak compliment pada jamuan daripada cyber security. Part of that, for sharing juga, cyber security, cyber intelligence Indonesia dengan salah satu universiti, saya tak ingat nama universiti tu. Diorang ada cyber range satu lab. So boleh kita initiative pegawai-pegawai kita untuk seek untuk course diorang. Course dan dia boleh buat examination tu bukan penetration test. Itu boleh lebih kepada attack. So diorang akan simulate environment network, agency sendiri dan dia akan release attack test tu. Okay? Hacking and intrusion, abuse of personal information, cyberbullying, none of the above. In general, kita tengok kat sini malicious code lah. So malicious code-nya part of it, QA yang masuk tadi yang required. Ini saya tanya contoh sikit-sikit saya tak ada details. Okay? Kita dah tahu jenis apa yang masuk, distribution, pengagihan, Adobe Flash, Android, browser, Java, Office, PDF. Okay, kalau kita tengok perubahan teknologi tu, kita tahu dahulu saya rasa kebanyakan agensi kerajaan punya website. Semua develop pakai jumlah. Majoriti bukan kerajaan sahaja, bahagian corporate pun menggunakan Flash untuk develop website. Okay? So kalau kita tengok balik sejak kebelakangan ni 2017, 2016, 2017, kebanyakan website tak menggunakan Flash. Ada sebab ni kenapa menggunakan Flash. Part of that saya sharing juga tahun lepas 2017 bulan 10. Tak silap saya nama ransomware ni .rabbit. .rabbit dia fake Flash update. So kadang-kadang kita tak sedar. Bukan kita lah, kita orang IT ni kita sedar. Jadi staff yang bukan IT tu sebenarnya. Datang pagi, on PC, nampak ada update. Confirm ada kan? Klik yes. Klik yes, baru dia akan run update sampai dia require restart. Bila dia require restart, proses encryption tu lah akan berlaku. Pasal encryption tu sebenarnya start daripada kita restart, di-effect pada master to records tersebut. NDR. Okay, itu salah satu contoh ransomware untuk Adobe Flash. On Android, Android ni tak famous kat Malaysia. Tak bisa cakap Android tak famous. Android pun famous kat Malaysia. Tapi ini attack tu distribution tu on Android. Siapa sebenarnya yang guna QR code untuk scanning? Tak pasal ini kalau saya tengok customer corporate, basically majority Chinese. Okay? Dia prefer QR to make it fast. Okay, dia scan. Tapi kalau kita tak baca, dia akan prompt satu file. Sometimes file tu akan berlepas tulisan Cina lah, saya pun tak faham lah. So that is not the actual thing yang nak download. Kita ni manusia, selalu lalai kan. So kita pun tak tahu kita klik yes. So bila kita klik yes tu, itu ada satu part of potential unwanted application lah. Dia akan install on background APK. .apk punya file. So sekarang ni saya rasa kalau hilang laptop, tak ada masalah kot. Nanti hilang laptop, barang kecil je kan. Cuba hilang handphone. Cuba handphone kena ransomware. Dekat Malaysia, Defender tak pernah ada dapat case on ransomware phone. Tapi on our team in Spain, sharing knowledge dengan Spain team, yes, memang ada a few numbers of cases yang handphone Android kena ransomware. So ini ada juga gerakan teknologi berkaitan teknologi. On browser, downloading. So kalau kita tengok kat situ, paling tinggi kat situ pun 43%. So kita compliment balik slide yang sebelum ni, daripada Lawson punya statistik ni, dekat situ pun tunjukkan sama. Tapi dia punya value lain lah. Kan? So memang kita tahu kalau kita ada polisi berbagai kerajaan, saya tak perlu risau pun, insyaAllah. Sebab saya rasa dasar-dasar kerajaan dengan ada SMS ni, orang lebih aware tentang security
Java, Office dan PDF. Office ni pun tahun lepas Defender punya customer dekat Malaysia sharing juga benda yang sama, datang pagi klik nampak ada update untuk Office. So dia akan include file tu .user, tak silap saya nama file tu. So mana-mana pasal benda ni bukan sekadar pada security, kita memang kita perlu bila securekan kita punya security, at the same time kita kena educate user kita. Social media semua kan ada social engineering. InsyaAllah sekarang saya akan cerita sedikit tentang social engineering. Okay. Alhamdulillah dah habis dah. Kita tengok pasal expanding attack surface, permukaan, endpoint, network, cloud, users, mobile devices, IoT. So kat sini saya akan sebut pasal IoT ya. IoT ni kalau saya baca documentation about IoT, saya rasa 3 tahun dahulu. 3 tahun dahulu, seminggu baca. 3-4 kali pula satu hari. Apa benda IoT ni kan? Okay, saya pendek kata IoT ni devices yang boleh connected to each other. Contoh paling senang peti ais. Okay? Peti ais, rak telur tu kan? Pergi kerja, rak telur habis. Balik kerja dah ada 5 telur depan pintu rumah kita. Maknanya dekat situ daripada peti ais tu, kalau rak telur tu dah habis, dia semua machine learning artificial intelligence lah, part of IoT. So dia dah tahu mesin telur tu dah habis, dan automatically send request. So that's why kita dah set list kita nak order kat mana, dekat Cimat ke, dekat Tesco ke. Elok Tesco hantar delivery kalau depan rumah. Balik kerja, telur dah ada depan rumah, kita masukkan balik. Itu contoh lah untuk IoT. So trend juga kita bukan cakap pasal endpoint punya attack, kita cakap pasal IoT devices punya attack juga. Okay? Motivator juga founder characters, activist, organized crime, siapa mereka ni lah. Kalau cerita pasal ransomware Golden Eye lagi, mungkin pernah dengar pasal Shadow Broker. Shadow Broker ni baru tubuh 2016, 2017. Sebelum ransomware yang hit semua orang akan tahu masa tu, 2017 bulan 4. Okay. Shadow Broker ni modus operandi dia orang ni bukan hacker. Okay? Dia orang buat auction, dia orang jual stream. So kalau ikutkan internal blue dengan external romance, dia scam tu is basically in 2011. Ini scam enhance, dia orang curi melalui NSA, dia orang juga, dia orang jual. Auction lah, elok. Dia orang elok bulan 4, bulan 5 dah hit ransomware. So sekarang ni in general kita cakap ransomware ni is basically a targeted attack lah. Mana organisasi atau country dia tak fokus. Yang fokus yang kecil-kecil ni sekadar mencuba. Macam Encik Anwar cakap tadi, he mentioned Romania two attacks in the Spain. The defender berasal dari Romania, and selalu bila saya cakap tak, ada soalan yang paling lazim saya terima. Betul tu, orang buat antivirus syarikat ni juga membuat virus. Oleh itu saya tak ada jawapan, mungkin ya, mungkin tak. Seperti mana kita tahu, kita berada dalam zaman cyber war. Okay? So bila dia cakap pasal creative, sophisticated attack, dari sini zero day exploit, in general kita ada cakap pasal loophole, software loophole yang update, spear phishing. Spear phishing maksudnya phishing yang targeted to individual juga, custom malware. Ini basic. Orang IT kalau baik-baik saja ataupun yang lagi muda saya, kalau teman belajar tu mungkin kita pernah buat spoofing ke, buat spoofing masuk ke agensi kerajaan. Basic thing to learn kalau kita lagi macam mana nak deface website tu. Okay, so basic memang akan start daripada spoofing. Okay, so kita tengok kat situ ada social engineering. Social engineering terdiri daripada beberapa faktor. Salah satunya adalah juga phishing and phishing. Apa benda lah phishing ni? Phishing ni through voice telecommunication. So nanti saya akan sharekan satu video. Senang cakap hari ini, cakap sedikit, kita share video kan. Okay, itu adalah salah satu social engineering method. hacker break into my cell phone account in 2 minutes.
So I invited a few of the world's best hackers to try to hack me and show me where my vulnerabilities are. And now I'm going to meet them in Las Vegas for DEFCON, the biggest hacker convention of the year. They're going to hack me using social engineering, which is essentially hacking without any code. They just use a phone and an internet connection.
You want to do a sample of phishing call?
What's phishing?
Phishing is voice solicitation, and basically what you do is you use the phone to extract information or data points that can be used in a later attack.
Let's do it. Maybe, who are you going to call?
Maybe I'll call your cell phone provider and
Okay.
see if I can get them to give me your email address.
I bet they're good. I bet they have my back. But yeah, go for it.
I'm going to spoof from your number, so it's going to look like it's calling from you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me okay? My baby, I'm sorry. my husband's like, we're about to apply for a loan and we just had a baby and he's like, get this done by today, so I'm so sorry. I can't, I'll call you back. I'm trying to log into our account for users information and I can't remember what email address we used to log the account. The baby's crying and, can you help me? Awesome.
In just 30 seconds,
@gmail.com.
Jessica gets access to my personal email address.
Now, if I needed to add our older daughter on our account so she could call in and make changes, how would I need to go about doing that? You would have to send me a secure PIN through a text message. Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't think I'll be able to receive a text message if I'm on the phone. Oh, I'm not on there either? So I thought when we got married, he added me to the account.
Jess uses my girlfriend's name and a fake social security number
5127.
to set up her own personal access to my account.
Wait, I'm sorry, so there's no password on my account right now? Can I set that up?
She even gets the support person to change my password.
Thank you so much for your help today.
So she just basically blocked me out of my own account.
I'll get her set up. All right, thank you.
Holy shit. So they just gave you access to my entire cell phone account.
You're gonna have to go on and change your password, you know, because it's just my name.
And all it took was a crying baby and a phone call.
A crying baby and a phone call. As basic as that. Kita nak minum. Kita beruntung kat sini sebab kita dapat tengok limit muka perempuan tu tadi kan. Limit muka dia sangat meyakinkan. The tone of the voice sangat meyakinkan. So ini konsep konven lah kat Malaysia ni. Bukan nak dinafikan. Macam Cik Anwar cakap, banyak saya compliment Cik Anwar. Macam dia cakap tadi, yang kita receive phone call tu Penang punya, kita ada accident kat Penang, polis Penang call. It happens to me, it happens to my wife. Benda memang berlaku. And on top of that, just for sharing juga, kalau siapa-siapa yang kaki siapkan pergi ni dalam Facebook ni semua, ada satu video share oleh Encik Hussein. He is one of my friend. Dia ceritakan, the video took about 1.5 jam. Dia record everything about the communication dengan pegawai polis ni sampai transfer of place, semua dia record. Boleh cari pada video tu dalam cakap tu. So kat situ, dia sendiri explain macam mana nak, we are not trying to play around with them, tapi to gather the right information so that we can share among our friends as well and our families, of course. Okay? Sangat senang juga isu ni. So cuba bayangkan kita, dia dah dapat email address daripada dia punya phone company. Kalau saya dapat macam tu, habis lah. Gmail saya dalam phone Android, semua map semua together. Dah tukar password, you reset your password, I dah tukar email account. Sekarang saya dah access most of your account. So dari sini awareness on basically jangan guna password yang sama. Kalau boleh ada email address, lebih secure ourselves juga lah. Kalau saya cakap nama cuma security kan, tapi kalau sama tu actually dapat the same scenario, dapat daripada service provider, email address saya dia dah boleh reset, so anything you tidak boleh buat. So because most of my email address are linked together for different accounts. Okay? Most probably kat sini semua kan tengok ransomware punya ransom punya page. Sudah ada perkongsian untuk semua. Kamera, ransomware juga. incident juga. As what we aware, tadi saya cerita pasal shadow broker dalam buat auction. Part of that kita tahu yang SMB kuat. SMB dengar MCMC pun cakap jangan minta make sure your PC updated, Windows update, antivirus update, optimal antivirus ini. Minta maaf, tapi kita kena aware on this is sharing on with defender cases, Malaysia cases, mostly attack for corporate. Bukan kerajaan, as far as I know, on server tak ada, but happens on one or two PC yang tak protected. So corporate-nya yang saya boleh share mesti masuk adalah melalui RTP port. So kalau katakan kita allow RTP port open 24/7, kenapa nak open 24/7? Sebab senang, nanti bos suruh buat kerja kat rumah, kita boleh buat semua kita buat kerja. That is not a good way to do. Okay, make sure the port number is different, make sure it's not turned on 24 jam. Kalau tak, the vulnerability is there, awak terdedah. Okay, and please remember, anak-anak muda sekarang dalam Malaysia ni pun, there's a lot of event. Mungkin kita tahu, testing on the knowledge skill of hacking. Okay, there is a community, there is one team of, the team is in Sri Kemangan, if I'm not mistaken. Tim orang muda juga dalam usia 30-an, and programmer paling muda usia 9 ke 10 tahun, budak Johor. So bila diorang buat arrangement for testing new script, I'm not pretty sure whether the mak ayah ni turun sekali untuk bawa anak dia, tapi dia tak pernah miss. Budak ni tak Johor umur 10 tahun dah start writing script to make the security lagi bagus. Part of that, I'm going to compliment cyber security juga. Seorang pelajar daripada ILP itu latihan. I think it's about 30 or 32 this year. If I'm not mistaken, dia pegang head of malware dekat cyber security. Sama dia belajar, kalau saya berkesempatan duduk dengan jenama pengajar dia, dia sangat lain daripada lain. Orang lain, belajar lain, dia buat lain. So bila tenaga pengajar dia recognize dia punya interest dia yang lainnya, orang try to distribute. So dalam kerajaan sendiri sekarang ni, dia ada cover satu agensi ke dua agensi yang menggunakan antivirus dia sendiri, Malaysian Popular Antivirus. Okay, and source code antivirus dia ada a few other country yang cuba nak bagi. Nanti sekarang kita tak buat. So musim muda lah, 20-30 tahun. So this is something kita recognize nilai seseorang tu, dia punya interest dan how kita boleh help. So sama juga dengan agensi yang besar, kita tengok apa yang kurang, kita cuba maju. Okay, dah tahu ransomware, dah tahu jenis attack semua, kita cakap pasal threat review. Perubahan teknologi 84, saya tak lahir dari pengumuman. Okay, benda ni tak ketara sangat. Tapi kalau kita tengok kebelakangan ini, saya ambil statistik pada 2017, dekat situ threat review lebih kurang 120 juta. So we are talking about 10 juta malware sebulan. In average lah, and obviously benda ni dia akan increase lah. Okay, so persoalan yang patut ditanya, macam mana kita nak protect not only on agency, on educating our staff as well. Okay, so always remember, phishing ada. This is social engineering. Kita nak manipulate orang itu sendiri. Never protect, orang kita masih boleh tipu. Betul? So dua-dua ni saling related. Need to be complement each other. We protect manpower, tapi your staff tak ada awareness program, tak tahu benda macam ni, orang masih boleh manipulate. Okay? That is all basically about security. Cabaran dan musuh baru. In general juga, kita akan cakap sebab jual informasi untuk lakukan DDoS attack ataupun a few of botnets untuk initiate. Benda-benda ni pun ada dalam web kan, yang kita boleh cek Anwar tadi. So guys, itu kalau kita buat research sebenarnya, you can get paid serendah $5. Okay? So guys, itulah yang banyak masuk ni, datang juga PUA untuk mining semua tu. Okay? New malware 14 juta setiap bulan. We dare to protect our network. Okay? This source is basically taken by AB Test. Orang adalah satu institute, a leading international independent service provider in the field lah, obviously. So here kita tahu perubahan teknologi for 2018, the most common thing is basically about ransomware. How we gonna protect ourselves from ransomware. Juga dah dibuat dan dimention Anwar. Although kita dengar MCNC pun masa last year came out with a statement that masa bulan Akhir lah, to do a press conference about ransomware. Basic thing, backup, Windows update, persistent antivirus. Benda yang basic. Kita tengok in our network or our individual computer lah dulu. Okay? And another trend is basically persistent, advanced persistent threat. Kita cakap pasal attack, target attack. Okay? So sekarang kalau kita cakap pasal antivirus itu bukan sekadar melindungi daripada virus, dia juga melindungi daripada serangan persistent threat. So dari sini ada beberapa yang ditutup sebenarnya, tapi I'm not going to put that deep about the advanced persistent threat solution, because if I'm doing that, sebenarnya saya soft sell produk saya. So I think it's not good to do that here. Okay, because the session is basically kita buat perkongsian maklumat. Okay. And of course, traditional antivirus is that code yang sangat famous. It is not code from the Defender. It is code from the InfoSec. If I'm not mistaken, it's from the Simon Tech InfoSec Vice President in 2014 dalam jurnal The Wall Street Journal 2014. Yes. Okay, antivirus is the traditional way. So traditionally we are talking about pre-virtualized antivirus, semata-mata bergantung kepada signature base. Okay, so sekarang kita tahu perubahan teknologi. Kita cakap pasal antivirus, kita tahu antivirus tu now comes with a machine learning algorithm. So part of that is a layered protection, ransomware protection, ransomware vaccine is supposed not to be a separate module. Maknanya satu modul orang tu ada berasingan. Kita nak secure kita punya network, but there is a solution yang berasingan. How logic this can happen? Pasal kita kata block security, we should, saling kait-mengait. We complement each other. But you are sending a solution with separate. I get this, I'm not protected on this. I mean, kalau saya rasa benda itu sangat tak logik. Okay? Setakat ni, ada apa-apa soalan? Okay? Kalau tak ada, I'm going to go through a little bit about the Defender. Pasti saya akan, just give me another 5 minutes. Saya akan introducekan rakan saya pasal most probably we will want to be a free gift bag dengan a discount to purchase the Defender. So roughly the Defender ni adalah produk yang banyak established in 2001. Dekat Malaysia, we are the principal. Still mungkin cakap kita ni masih melangkah 2014. But on top of that, we have about 50% of the government agencies covered with the Defender. So lebih kurang 1,500 account untuk corporate juga within this 4 years. Okay? Mungkin ada yang pegawai pendidik, pegawai besar lagi. Pengaruh pembelian mereka adalah dari segi Gartner report, and we share that as well. Whenever we talk about Gartner report, I always ask myself, sama ada we actually read through the report or kita tengok graph tu. solution. What are we buying for our protection? Okay. Terus saya akan bagi rakan saya, terus basically dia akan ask a few questions. Since tak ada soalan yang akan ditujukan je saya cakap, tak ada soalan yang akan ditujukan kepada saya. So basically kalau saya ask a few question, we gonna give bags.
Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi semua. Terima kasih kepada berusaha tuan dan puan semua. Okey, seperti sedia maklum ya, Cik Azrik baru saja membuat pembentangan iaitu mengenai pasal bahagian ransomware di Malaysia dan juga di luar negara ya. Okey, pada hari ini saya nak adakan quiz ya. Saya ada 5 hadiah yang menarik. 1, 2, 3 adalah hadiah seperti diskaun. Hadiah pertama 15%, hadiah kedua adalah 10%, hadiah ketiga adalah 5%. So this is untuk business product ya. Okey, soalan pertama saya ya. Dalam sebulan berapa juta malware yang tuan-tuan tahu? Ya puan? Betul. Terima kasih puan. Sama hadiah. So hadiah pertama puan akan mendapat business product iaitu berupa 15% diskaun dan juga ada saluran tidak. Okey, soalan kedua ya. Bilik anda berasal daripada mana? Siapa yang tahu? Okey, tuan, daripada mana? Romania. Betul, Romania. Okey, ada kedua diskaun sebanyak 10% business product dan juga ada hadiah. Tuan boleh bagi nama kepada Puan Sarah ya. Okey, hadiah untuk hadiah soalan ketiga berupa business product 5% diskaun. Saya nak tanya, soalan saya adalah soalan ni Aziz tak ada cakap tadi tau, tapi kat brosur tu ada. Saya nak siapa yang cepat dia dapat. Sila buka brosur ya. Berikan saya 2 jenis business product. Siapa cepat? 2 jenis business product pilih anda. Okey, angkat tangan siapa cepat? Surprise eh? Semua ada kat dalam brosur tu. Cuba tengok. Ada tulis tu produk kami. Boleh baca kat situ. Ada 2 ya. Okey, puan, apa dia? Okey, betul. Terima kasih. Sarah. Okey, soalan keempat ya. Ini mengenai ransomware ya, tuan-tuan sedia maklum kita ada top jenis 3 nama ransomware yang paling terkenal di seluruh dunia yang biasa perempuan biasa dengar, tuan-tuan biasa dengar. Boleh berikan saya 3 nama. 3 nama ransomware yang amat bahaya. Saya nak 3 nama-nama ransomware. Ada tak yang nak jawab? Okey, saya bagi 1 je. Ya, siapa dia? Ya, betul. Okey, kalau biasa ransomware, kalau biasa dengar seperti Golden Eye, ingat ya, Golden Eye, WannaCry, memang menangis kan kalau benda tu. Lepas tu kita ada Bad Rabbit, yang terbaru tadi dia kata apa, Shadow. Itu kan, okey. Okey. Untuk soalan yang terakhir ya. Untuk soalan yang terakhir ya, soalan ni senang. Bitdefender di Malaysia yang principal office ditubuhkan pada tahun bila? Siapa yang ingat? Betul, terima kasih puan. Puan ambil ada kat Sarah ya. Okay, terima kasih saya ucapkan kerana sudi jumpa kami untuk buat sesi pembentangan ini pada pagi ini. Jika ada sebarang pertanyaan mengenai Defender, bolehlah puan-puan atau penghubungi kami di pejabat yang seperti yang terturut. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.
Ada sebarang persoalan lagi? Kalau tak ada, saya akan wrap. Semuanya perkongsian ilmu pada pagi ini saya harap bermanfaat bagi semua. Mana yang buruk tu semuanya daripada saya, yang baik tu ada di bawah. Kita akhiri sesi saya pagi ini dengan wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Pihak majlis mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Encik Azri bin Adam dari Bilik Defender di atas ceramah dan beberapa hadiah yang telah disampaikan sebentar tadi. Jadi tuan-puan, kita akan teruskan lagi dengan ceramah yang bertajuk pengujian tahap kelemahan dan keselamatan portal, website dan cara-cara meningkatkan keselamatan portal yang akan disampaikan oleh Miss Mayo dari Acunetics. Majlis dengan sukacitanya mempersilakan.
Hello, and welcome to the app. lecturer, not a very good speaker, so please bear with me. We'll be mixing Bahasa Malaysia and Bahasa English. I'm not a technical person, so I won't try to bullshit you guys about technicals, but I sit through a lot of security presentation. Everybody will tell you the same things, right? They'll tell you about threats. They'll tell you you have to buy this, buy that, buy that. Unfortunately, I am being paid by these products that you buy. I will be very, very candid about it. So, I sold expensive stuff before, right? SIEM, outside. People heard of outside. Checkpoint, WebSense. These are all expensive tools for firewall, DLP, web filtering, for log collection. I have customers who ask me this question. I heard outside is it's hard to deploy. It's expensive. I bought outside, and until today, I cannot find ROI on all these tools that I have bought outside, for example. Now, as a salesperson, I have to be very polite to my customer. Agree? Dan customer kata dia tak pula nak ambil PO tapi balas dengan benda. But the fact is we are all consumer. I buy phone, my phone cannot pick up call. I'm frustrated. I want to take picture. One day I want to take a very important picture. It hang on me and that moment pass. Okay? But the fact is, this is how I answer my customer. You could have bought a Lamborghini, Porsche, Ferrari. You know, like Q-Radar, Splunk, outside are expensive. But it's frustrating because you have to collect a lot of logs and you don't know what to do with all these logs. My answer is, it is the skills that will help you use these tools. It is always the skills that will help you use these tools. Today you could be driving a Mercedes, I'm driving a Proton, I get to point A and point B safely. So I just have to run these slides, but I share all your concerns whereby we are always having to buy some security tools, never ending. And our budget is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Yet, unfortunately, as you guys represent the Malaysian government, anytime a government gets defaced, it's like, hey, government look like an idiot, not doing enough. But honestly, sometimes there's just so much you can do. So maybe the keyword would be knowing how much you can do and how to face it accordingly. Now today, myself and Raj are mainly talking about protecting your website, your web presence, alright? Like what Anna has already said just now, defacement is actually the easiest form of hacking. Anybody can do a hacking now. My daughter suddenly knows how to do coding as well. So, what can Ke-2 bring to all the government agencies today that is here with us today? You've seen this? Anna shared just now the Indonesian category areas because we feed their flag. Marketing slide, but Ke-2 is one of the top pen test tool, web pen test software tool. Lot of users. We have Fortune 100, 500, and it's also one of the more affordable one. I dare to say it's one of the more affordable one because I used to sell HP 45 that cost about 40,000. This is lesser. This is much lesser. You can check the pricing on the website. So it provides the vulnerability scanning. Basically, in simple language, it do a pen test scanning against your web server to discover what vulnerabilities are there. And with the vulnerability discovered, what can you do to improve the coding or to shoot it up? How the dashboard looks like. I make it easier that I straight away share the customer reference because we do have a lot of customers using Ke-2 on an annual basis. Alright. So SUK accounts, one of the EPF, a lot. Like I said, it's relatively affordable and it's a relatively easy tool to use. I'll run a short demo. I'm not technical, so I would love you. I'm not going to be running the technical demo. I had a video demo I downloaded that will run the demo and show you how is it to actually do your own scanning against your web server, your web application. Okay, so but the process of scanning is, first of all, you will crawl all your web page. So I go deep into a little bit detail. It will crawl all your web page. If it can crawl your web page, then it can scan your web page for vulnerability. Alright. Now, one of the things, common requests from most of the customer is multiple user, multiple role. Why? You have developer, you have security, you have governance, you have audit. Everybody play multiple role. Okay. So one thing good about the Ke-2, they actually have a role-based multi-user system. So what the developer can see, what the security audit can see, and the developer cannot see. Alright, and you can add them and log in. So this is the differentiator of the multi-users based on their role. You can scan the targets being the web server that you want to scan, the web page that you want to scan. The audit basically just to view the report on the scanning. The technical, the people who own the Ke-2 system will have a full control. You do a full scan and then you can create a report and provide it to the auditor. Alright? The one who's doing the pen test, you may not want them to know because especially the one who's testing you, they may be white hackers, they may be black hackers. The one that is testing you, you want them to give a report using their tool, not your tool. Alright, this is the generation of the report, and reports are always matched. For web vulnerability, is always matched against the OWASP top 10. Alright? For commercial, if you have web that are commercial, you process credit card or payment transactions. I'm sure MPPJ, I'm sure I pay my tax to MPPJ. They process payment. So you can through credit card, if I remember correctly. Recently they integrated with internet banking. So the PCI DSS, you can also generate a report based on the PCI DSS to see whether are you guys vulnerable against the credit card guideline. Understand there's a kesehatan. Is there direct kesehatan here as well? So we also scan against HIPAA if the direct kesehatan actually has web page right as well. What is the UI? I will run a short demo that actually also goes through the UI, the dashboard. Okay, so one of the things is, let's say you already found vulnerabilities. What do you do with it? That's a key question, right? You have a lot of firewall, do blocking, what do you do with it? Now you have a pen test tool that scans the vulnerabilities. What do you do with it? Can I have a hand to know how many of you have WAF, Web Application Firewall? Anybody? Nobody? You all know Impera? Have you heard of Impera? Penta Security, Encapsula. You don't have web application firewall? Or you're just too shy to raise hand? Do you know what web application firewall does? Yes? So the web application firewall will actually temporarily shield your web if there's vulnerability found. So if Ke-2 found the vulnerability, and then do what? So this is the integration that Ke-2 offer. It can integrate with Infra and name brands to immediately virtual patch your web server so that your web will not be compromised. Okay? Do that make sense? Tolonglah sikit. Okay, run short.
Hello, and welcome to the Ke-2 Deep Dive video. Ke-2 is a platform for testing and managing web application security and is available both online as well as on-premise. It can automatically scan any web for its out-of-the-box integration with a tap into new and existing once a vulnerability is marked as fixed continuous scanning. I'm going to jump into a demo of Ke-2. So before starting a scan, we'll need to create a target of the site we wish to test. In this example, we'll be scanning testphp.volweb.com. So if you have downloaded and installed the trial version of Ke-2 from our website, you can try this out yourself too. Adding a new target is simple. Just click on Targets in the right-hand side menu and click the Add Target button. You'll now need to enter an address. This can be either a URL or an IP address of the location of the website or web application. Once we click Add Target, we're taken to the target configuration page. Now, because this site has a login page, we need to create a login sequence in order for us to instruct the scanner how to log into the web application. This is an essential part to the scanning process, and something that is usually difficult or tedious to set up properly with other scanners. You can either attempt to have the scanner log in for you, and this will work for most simple sites which require just a username and a password, or else you can create a login sequence manually, which works better for more complex logins and provides much more control. Ke-2 makes creating a login sequence very easy. So you simply need to go through the normal login process of signing into an account. And you'll notice that your actions are being recorded on the right-hand side pane. The scanner will then replay these actions to log in during the scan. Once you're done recording, you can click the play button to replay the login sequence and make sure everything is working correctly. Once you click Next, you have the option of selecting what links you do not want the scanner to click on whilst logged in. These are referred to as restrictions. For example, we obviously don't want the scanner to get logged out of the session during a crawl or a scan, so we can create a restriction by clicking on the logout link in order to restrict it. You're free to set up as many restrictions as you like. Once you're done restricting links, click Next. A login sequence on its own is not enough. The scanner needs to understand when it is logged in and when it is logged out, so that it can rerun the login sequence in the event of the authenticated session getting destroyed. The login sequence recorder needs what's known as a session pattern. A session pattern is nothing more than something unique between a logged in and the logged out state of the web application. The login sequence recorder will detect this pattern automatically for you. However, you're free to customize this pattern if you wish to do so. Clicking Finish will ask you to save the login sequence you just created. You can now upload the login sequence to the newly created target. Once we're done with our configuration, we can simply click Scan to start scanning this target. We can set the scan type we want for this scan. For example, if we only want to scan for cross-site scripting vulnerabilities, we can choose the relevant scan type. You can also create your own scan types to specify exactly which vulnerabilities you want to test for. In this case, we're only going to be scanning for high-risk vulnerabilities. We can also specify a report that we want to automatically generate after the scan is completed. Of course, we can always go back and generate reports from previous scans later if we choose to do so. But for now, we'll choose a PCI compliance report in this example. Finally, we need to decide when the scan is to run. We can either run the scan instantly at a future date, or we can even set up a recurring schedule for the scan. For this example, let's just start the scan instantly. Ke-2 will now start to crawl and subsequently scan the site for vulnerabilities. In the meantime, let's go over some of Ke-2's differentiating features. First, let's take a look at Deep Scan. Ke-2 Deep Scan is the technology that powers the Ke-2 crawler. DeepScan can crawl and scan HTML5 web applications and can also execute JavaScript like a normal browser. This means that the crawler can crawl complex client-side web applications that make use of modern JavaScript frameworks. And DeepScan also brings the ability to reliably detect DOM-based process scripting, which is not possible using traditional crawlers. Also thanks to DeepScan, Ke-2 can scan for malicious URLs based off of the Google and Yandex safe browsing databases. And it can also test popular CMSs such as WordPress, Drupal, Joomla, and others for hundreds of vulnerabilities. In addition to all of this, DeepScan can also understand CRUD requests and can detect and individually test JSON, XML.
Quick question, how many of you all take care of your own web server? No. So basically all firewalls, antivirus, IPS, the standard network as well as endpoint, but not on the web. Okay.
And Google Web Toolkit input schemes, even in AJAX requests. DeepScan can also automatically test web services, including SOAP web services with WSDL or WCF definitions and REST services with model definitions. Next, we'll take a look at AccuMonitor. AccuMonitor is a set-it-and-forget technology that is included as part of Acunetics. It serves as an intermediary service that works in the background and allows the scanner to detect out-of-band vulnerabilities. Out-of-band vulnerability testing accounts for vulnerabilities that do not provide a response to a scanner during testing. Such vulnerabilities include blind cross-site scripting, XML external entity injection, server-side request forgery, out-of-band SQL injection, and out-of-band remote code execution, all of which can be automatically detected using AccuMonitor. In order to detect out-of-band vulnerabilities, an intermediary service that the scanner controls or has access to needs to exist. Acunetics combined with AccuMonitor makes this automatic detection of such vulnerabilities painless and also transparent to the user running the scan. In this example, AccuMonitor is detecting a blind cross-site scripting vulnerability. In the first step, Acunetics will send a cross-site scripting payload to the web application. The cross-site scripting payload will then get stored in a data store, which may remain there for an indefinite amount of time, possibly long after the scan is completed. This
Okay, so the video gave you guys a few components that is part of my presentation as well. You've seen the demo, how easy is it to run the scan. One thing is after you patch, you can also continue to run a recurrent scan to ensure the vulnerability is taken out of. So all these are marketing components which come part and parcel. So for most of the state governments, I think a web page may not be more than 10 or 20. So this is actually a very reasonable solution just to ensure your web presence is not compromised. Okay? I'm sorry, it's supposed to be you guys asking me questions, but I also I'm very curious. Okay, I'm familiar with FSIs, and just now Anwar shared that KLC and Security Commission issued a cybersecurity skiller, right? So for example, FSI must do an independent pen test every 6 months. Is the state government have any such? I remember we talked about policy earlier. Do we have such regulation or requirement where the governments have to have their web scan independent pen test, or you guys have to do an internal pen test every now and then? Is there a requirement? Don't know. Not sure. Do you know? That is there a requirement to do a vulnerability pen test on all the state government website? Okay. Outside. But it's not compulsory. Is compulsory? Depends on individual state officers. Okay. So any questions for me? I think product presentation is product presentation. It's always best if you guys want to know more about kinetics. Please arrange through ZDSOL for a trial, a POC trial. There's a limited POC trial, so that you can, if you guys want to actually assess your web security posture as well. Any questions for me? If not, then thank you. Sorry.
Pihak majlis mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Miss Rio dari Annex di atas ceramah yang telah disampaikan sebentar tadi. Terima kasih juga diucapkan kepada kesetiaan tuan-puan untuk kekal berada di dalam dewan ini. Jadi tanpa membuang masa lagi, majlis akan diteruskan dengan sesi terakhir ya untuk hari ini, bertajuk pemantauan dan pemulihan kepada kandungan asal web server secara auto dari serangan dan eksploitasi yang akan disampaikan oleh Mr. Raj Ponudurai dari Bank Cyber. Majlis dengan sukacitanya mempersilakan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, Mr. Chairman. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Raj, and I'm the chair of my product. So let me just run through you the product and also the solution, what we can offer. We have learned on cybersecurity threats, we have learned big vendors, today's threats, and we have learned from in terms of pen test too. So what we try to do is we try to put everything we try to complement everything with a solution, a total solution to make you see that how can each solution fit in your respective organization. Okay, Web Orient is actually a product for basically this this product basically it's monitoring your web servers basically from any defacement that going to happen, right? So these are some of the awards you can see down here we actually have. So my outline will be actually on threats to web application and simplify the web protection and competitive advantage. So we have been hearing a lot of threats. Today's threats, we are hearing different threats. So let me just give you a simple rundown. So that's approximately about 30,000 websites get hacked a day. So this is throughout the world, and this is what we get statistic, right? So there's a lot of new threats that's coming up. So these are some of the things that we share. So these are sample websites that are called deface. I think it's not very common to see, and the trend has actually been happening. Some of it has been reported, some of it has not been reported. So this is some of Malaysian websites being hacked. I think you can actually find it. Google it, you can find a lot of those stuff is on the estimated like 40,000 an hour they actually dollars they actually make from all this hacking, right? So these are standard the OAuths. Okay, we're talking about cross-site scripting. We're talking about DDoS attacks, so SQL protection, so ransomware, so everything that's happening. These are some of the ransomware websites, which basically more and more websites being compromised. And then you have the black hat SEO, which is also which actually hijacks information from your systems. Then this is the latest episode. We have the crypto tagging, which actually steals information from your system. Then you have the drive-by downloads. Basically, the drive-by downloads is actually if your web site has been compromised, right? And a visitor actually visit your website. What happens is, say for example, they key in their information, right? Information, their personal information, right? Without them knowing actually, there are actually components actually planted in your website. So when they actually download, when actually they fill up those information, they actually don't see that's actually sort of things that actually been downloaded to their computers, right? And then what happens is this downloads will eventually start to launch an attack. So danger of also looking to security posture, we also have to take into account that your website, you have SSL certs, they are all actually basically you have those certs not expired, because when it's expired it also becomes an open threat to hackers. So web defacement, basically web defacement, basically what does this web defacement actually does is we're actually talking about reputation of your organization. Basically when your website gets defaced, it's your reputation of your organization basically becomes at stake. So there is attacking patterns monitor anything to do with web defacement monitoring. Then you have respond. If your website has been compromised, there will be an alert sent out to you either through SMS or through email. And then you have an option for restoration. That means, I'll take you to the next slide. Alright? And then you have review it. So the entire solution is all in one. So the product actually consists of three engines basically. You have the content analysis engine, which is actually monitor your static website pages. Then you have the advanced integrity engine to do with whatever dynamic content in your website. And then you have the image analytic engine. Basically, whatever images, for example, say your chairperson's picture, say as example as Pangulusi, alright, the person's picture is there, and any changes on the picture will detect and let you know. So what this does is basically the monitoring solution is actually it monitors the three components just now I spoke to you about. Alright, it actually monitors for any changes abnormal in the web. Whereas the restoration is basically it makes a complete copy to your restoration box. And once if your system is your website been compromised, then what will happen is you have an option either to automate when it gets defaced, or either you can actually create a landing page saying that it's under construction, and then you can actually review what are the changes that's happened to your website meanwhile before you can actually bring it up by having the restoration to actually run your actual website at the moment. So that is entirely customized. You can customize. That is entirely customized based on if you have any form, feedback form, or anything, any other information that you want, you actually can actually enable or disable it. So just temporary shutting off your website by putting the select and do whatever the changes. This is the company overview. Basically, Bank Cyber, this product is actually from Singapore, alright? And it's a very new startup. They started up in 2012. And they have quite reputable customers throughout the world. Customers who actually basically who want to actually protect their website because of basically their image. So in very short, basically they offer WAF technology inside. CDN is content delivery network, high fidelity of monitoring, secure replica and restoration. These are some of the customers that you have basically that Bank Cyber has. Sorry, do you all have any questions? Because I just want to so far. And this on my last slide. So it's a customer reference. So the key point is for website find that this solution, will be actually good to those organizations. Basically, keep their website intact, whether there's nothing actually, no what they call defacement or anyone on your website. Alright. Sorry, do you have any questions? Or did I just put you all to sleep? If there is no question, then thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.